Why do married men cheat? It's a question that sparks heated debates. But what if the answer lies deeper than we think? Imagine a relationship where love, support, and compatibility thrive, except in one area: intimacy. For some men, a dwindling physical connection becomes more than just frustration. It's a breaking point. In this heartfelt story, one husband opens up about his struggle with a lack of intimacy, his unwavering love for his wife, and the temptation that threatens to undo 16 years of marriage. Stay tuned as we dive into the raw truth behind why some men cheat and how to address it before it's too late. To be honest, men like sex. It's no secret, it's a biological fact. But here's where the story takes a turn. As women age, their libido often begins to lessen. Some women manage to keep that spark alive, but for others, intimacy takes a back seat. For some women, having sex once or twice a month seems like enough. At first, the man might accept this change, convincing himself that it's for the greater good of the relationship. After all, he loves his wife and isn't compromise part of marriage. But as time goes on, something begins to shift. For the woman, intimacy may start feeling like a chore. Sympathy sex becomes the norm, a quick way to keep the peace. Meanwhile, the man tries to compensate. He's sweeter, more romantic, doing everything he can to bring back the fire. He hopes his efforts will reignite her desire. But when nothing changes, frustration creeps in. And then the question arises: what happened to us? This man's story is not unique, but it's deeply personal. He loves his wife. In his words, she is supportive, sweet, compassionate, and cute. In every other area of our marriage, we're perfect together. But when it comes to physical intimacy, we're struggling. They've had long, heartfelt conversations about their sex life or lack of it. He's expressed his feelings openly and she's listened. But despite these discussions, they always end up back where they started. Her interest in sex has faded, and she's no longer open to trying new things. He's baffled. How does someone go from loving certain acts like giving oral sex to acting disgusted by them? It's the same me, he thinks. Nothing has changed. It's the same penis down there. What happened to the woman who used to love being intimate with me? Surprise men love getting blowjobs, but it's not just about that. She doesn't even want to receive oral anymore, even though he genuinely enjoys giving it. Can you imagine that? A wife turning down something most people would consider an expression of love and care. It's crazy, isn't it? This man isn't neglecting himself. He takes care of his body, his hygiene, and his appearance. By all accounts, he's a loving and attentive husband. If you asked his wife, she'd describe him as handsome, sweet, and caring. He treats her with respect and admiration. But none of that seems to matter when it comes to their physical connection. At 37 years old, he's lucky if they're intimate once or twice a month. Even their anniversary wasn't an exception. She was too tired to celebrate in the way he'd hoped. She promised to make it up to him, a promise that took over a week to fulfill. He tries to be patient. He's always been patient, but even patience has its limits. Here's the thing. This man doesn't want a divorce. He adores his wife and values the life they've built together. They laugh often, support each other emotionally, and share responsibilities equally. In every way except one, their relationship is a dream. But there's a hole in his heart, a void where their intimacy used to be. For 16 years, he's remained faithful. But now, he's at a breaking point. He's asking himself a question he never thought he'd consider. If the opportunity to cheat ever came along, could I resist? This is why married men cheat. Not because they stop loving their wives, but because they feel neglected in a way that strikes at the very core of their identity. When intimacy fades, it's not just about the physical act of sex. It's about connection, passion, and feeling desired. Without it, even the strongest bonds can start to fray. But here's the twist. It doesn't have to be this way. Communication and effort can reignite that spark. It takes work, but isn't love worth fighting for? To every couple watching this, don't let frustration and silence tear you apart. Talk to each other, be honest about your needs. And most importantly, don't give up on the intimacy that brought you together in the first place. True love is about more than compromise. It's about finding ways to keep the fire alive. If you found this video enlightening, like and share it. And please subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.